Visitor Safety Officer Fletcher Persinger looks out to the beach in Tumon, Guam, near the Outrigger Guam Resort on August 9, 2017. Despite recent tensions between the U.S. and North Korea, tourism with South Korea was up 5% over the weekend ended Sunday, August 13, 2017. HAGTA Guam. Despite concerns that Guam tourism would decline because of North Korean threats against the U.S. territory, Guam's tourism was up 5% over the weekend, the president of the Guam Visitors Bureau said Tuesday. President and CEO Nathan Knight said Guam Visitors Bureau has not noted any major cancellations or cancellation trends, but will continue to monitor tourism in Japan, Korea, and other major markets. South Korea doesn't seem to be spooked at all. Japan is a market that is a little more cautious. But then again, they're dealing with missile testing happening into the Sea of Japan, said Knight. More. Guam missile launch plan. Kim Jong-un waiting for foolish Yankees' next move. State media reports more. U.S. missile defense system is effective but not foolproof against North Korea. We are doing our best to get word out to people that Guam is safe and there is no change to the threat level. We always have to monitor, because tourism is very fragile and negative news can impact people's decisions as to where to travel, the Knight said. So far we are doing okay in the short term. My concern is the long term, and we will continue to monitor that. On Tuesday, North Korean state media reported that leader Kim Jong-un will watch what the foolish Yankees do before making a decision on plans to fire 4 missiles toward Guam. The statement appears to edge North Korea away from the brink of conflict with the United States. Korea was a popular topic at the Guam Visitors Bureau's quarterly membership meeting, which hosted David Gossick, the U.S. Commercial Service Minister Counselor for Commercial Affairs, to speak about South Korea's tourism market. Gossick, visiting from the U.S. Embassy in Seoul, deferred questions about the looming political situation in North Korea to existing statements from government officials. Obviously, there is great concern over current tensions in the region, but I am confident the situation will be resolved and the tourism from South Korea will remain strong, said Gossick. We have very strong statements from President Trump, the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, and Chiefs of Staff. They're the experts, and I rely on their assessment of the situation. More. Amid North Korean crisis, Guam residents rally for peace. More. Guam under nuclear threat. The sun shines, the water sparkles, and we still live. His confidence was bolstered by his own experience traveling to Guam. He said, I just flew down yesterday on a Korean airline and the flight was completely full. Gossick said, perhaps that is an indication that people in South Korea are used to the situation. Recent trends in Guam tourism are reflected in South Korea's societal changes, with the country boasting the fastest aging society in the world. Gossick said, 46% of the population is 25 to 54 years old, and 27% is older than 65, and for the 26% under the age of 24, Gossick dubbed them the generation of giving up 3 things: romance, marriage, children. South Korea is evolving into a self-oriented society, Gossick said, with 35% of people living in single households, 26% of young adults not planning to marry, and 44% of young adults not planning to have children. While Japanese tourism long supported the tour package structure, South Korea's tourists are much younger and more interested in independent exploration and self-assembled tourism experiences. Guam's tourism industry should be aware of these evolving factors in the Korean market, Gossick said. With fewer people, fewer married travelers, fewer children, and the rise of what he called the YOLO, you only live once, traveler. Guam will need to develop strategies to build repeat visitors, and possibly explore Korean investment into the tourism sector, Gossick said. South Koreans spent $8.6 billion on travel in 2016, with the average trip lasting 9.95 days. A major share of that amount was spent on Guam, which was the top U.S. destination for South Korean tourists in 2016. The people the least afraid of North Korea bombing Guam are the people of Guam. Trump assures Guam governor, says, "We are behind you 1,000%. Gossick said the steady growth of low-cost airline carriers flying Korea-Guam routes has greatly contributed to tourism growth." He also pointed to shopping, which reportedly composed 74% of key tourism activities for Korean tourists visiting the U.S. under the Korea-U.S. Free Trade Agreement. As of March 2017, 91.7% of all U.S. products could enter Korea duty-free. By 2022, 99% of U.S. products will pay zero duty. Contributing. Jane Onyonga-O'Mara, USA Today. Follow Kyla P. Mora on Twitter, @KylaFMoramore. North Korea missiles can reach Guam in 14 minutes. Local official says.